Do you think now that they have decided, the DA has decided not to press charges against Joe Torrez, will they be willing to discuss this matter more, not only with you, but with the media and people who would like to know if there is more facts that we don't know about?
I sure hope he would, because he has a lot of explaining to do. Because the autopsy, that is overkill. That's so crucial that how could you do that to somebody? That's inhumane.
If guys show up, I say, you don't know exactly what took place. You don't know exactly what happened.
But
So are you telling me
neither do we, though. You have to say that.
What Torres did to my son? Are you telling me that?
No, ma'am. He's not saying that, but we're saying that we don't know exactly the case, as in we were not there firsthand. We cannot say with our own eyes we saw this. What we go off of is what the news media tells us and what we have as press releases.
Let me tell you this. Here's what I'll tell you. Cindy, are you listening to me?
I am listening to
All right, listen carefully. If some people came over to my house, a bunch of guys, and they were outside and they said, we're going to come in and we're going to do you harm, and then they started to do it, I might not stab them, but I might shoot them. They'd be just as dead.
That's just
so I don't know what overkill, 1 bullet or 50 stab wounds is the same result, right?
Joe was by himself. He was not by himself.
That's not what the police are reporting, or that's not what's...
that I have taken to Bo Nevares and the DA, where people are admitting that they were there. They straight up admitted on Facebook, and they say how they seen my son, and they talk about dirty stuff about my son.
Did your son do anything wrong? In your mind, did your son do anything wrong that night?
What's that?
Did your son do anything wrong? And the other boys that were with him, did they do anything wrong?
Did they do anything wrong?
Yeah.
So you're telling me that it was...
No, I'm asking you. I'm not telling you anything. I'm asking you a question.
We're just merely asking for your opinion.
Turn your radio down. You'll hear me better if you turn your radio down.
I don't have my radio on.
Okay. Did the boys that were with your son, did anybody, your son or any of the other boys, do anything wrong in your mind?
Yes, Nathan did. Nathan should have got off the car and tried to go at Joe. I've had this conversation with that.
Okay, well, this is all new to us.
Yeah, we haven't talked to you about this before, so we're just trying to get from you.
The only thing you all are making Sal look like a bad person, and that's who I'm here to speak for. My son, Sal. Hold on, let me go to my room because
listen,
boys are just my little chihuahuas are going crazy because they hear me angry.
Yeah.
Look, I've had this talk with Nathan. Now that he's in the county jail, they record the calls, and I told him, if your dumb ass wouldn't have gone off that car when you were told to get back in the car, you should have turned around and listened. No, you decided to be badass. Get off, go at Joe, knowing Joe was going to kick your ass, and you turn around, you get laid out by Joe. Then my son, Sal, gets off to go get you, and him and Joe start fighting. And everybody comes out at my son. So it's his ass that I blame for my son dying. If it wouldn't have been for his stupidity getting off, my son would still be here.
All right. Well, listen, thank you.
See, that's what I mean. You turn around and you're making Sal look bad. Sal didn't do nothing but try to turn around and get Nathan, and he's the one that ended up dead.
Well, he went over to a house when there was obviously some bad blood going on. Your son was the oldest out of all the boys. Maybe he should have known a little better.
He was the oldest one. That's why he went to get Nathan. And when Joe turned around and went at him, what is he supposed to do? He's a martial artist. Is he supposed to let Joe turn around and beat him up? He just went to pick up Nathan. Nathan was knocked out cold.
Yeah.
Now, where were all these other people that were helping?
They were in the car. They were leaving.
No. I'm talking about all the people who were with Joe, because you were talking about all these other people, but then you say, well, it's just Joe.
That's what I just told you, that Joe turned around. That's when everybody came out from around the corner. Do you know how King Edward and King James run?
I don't know what
you know that those two streets are connected?
No.
Yes, they're connected. One is King Edward's to one side, and then if you go around the circle, it turns into King James. What these boys did, and they've even given on the statement, my other son, he said when we were taking off, he said that Sal was over there. He said all kinds of cars came out. That's why on the 911 call, they are describing. And if you all do not believe what I'm saying, you all can ask Gang Task Force, LCPD, they will verify with me. They've came to my house, and they've told me, them cars that they're describing on 911, Cynthia, they are all of Joe's friends' cars pulling up. They were just around the corner. LCPD officers have came to me and told me Gang Task Force. They've told me, Cynthia, those were all on the 911 calls. Whoever made that, she says, that's not Natasha. Whoever made that 911 call, she says, they told me it's false. Not only that, are they that stupid that they're describing all of Joe's friends' cars? One was his brother's car. The other one was his other friend's car. So the other one, the other red car, was his other friend's car. So what is going on here? That's why I'm telling you, this is a corrupt case. I need all the help I can get because nobody's listening to me. They're leaving so many things out.
Well, let me tell you, you don't come off sounding all that rational. I think if you took it down a notch or two, maybe you'd find a little more sympathy.
I think
I'm serious. You come off like you're irrational.
Yeah, but because you turn around and you try to make Sal sound like a bad person. I'll try to do that night is try to get off and get Nathan to get out of there.
Yeah, not really, because he showed up at the guy's house after there was already some problem. I mean, he was looking for trouble.
No, he wasn't.
He wasn't looking for trouble. So why did he go to the house?
Why did he go to the house?
Yeah.
Don't you think that's why he was in the car? He only got off for Nathan.
Hey, you guys come over here and bring your bitches. So then they do. Somebody's looking for trouble.
Look, I think that Joe was in the wrong for even inviting them over.
Trouble, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Joe was looking for trouble.
Exactly. By inviting them over there, Joe was looking for trouble.
But all your guys were also looking for
there.
You know, it was pretty clear. You go over to the guy's house after he's saying these provocative things to you that you're not going over there to have cupcakes and talk it out.
That's just it. You all ain't putting it out there that Joe was looking for trouble. And when these boys went over there, it was okay.
He didn't go to their house. They went to his house.
No, it isn't, sir. It's not right for...
That's not true?
No, we're saying what she's saying is that he also was Joe Torrez was also looking for trouble by inviting them.
Listen, I got to go.
I
got to take a break. Thank you for the call.
Thank you.